I love gift giving. It's one of my favourite things to do. Quite difficult this time of year being away from my family. I've never had a Christmas alone. Wondering, same angle, different video. That's because I actually started recording this video from about mid-morning. I've just signed off the other one as I forgot to film a little outro for it. So if you're seeing the same angle, you're not going crazy. I've done videos on the same day. I just thought I'd touch base and say that that little overnight stay was exactly what I feel like I've needed. I've not had some consistent days of downtime the past few weeks, so it was really nice to switch off. It was just really needed. I want to continue flowing that energy through into today, into this afternoon and into the evening. I do have a video that I want to edit and schedule, so I've decided I'm going to do 40 minutes of working on the video and then 20 minutes each time to rest or move or do one of my other little bits off my to-do list if it's not strenuous. I'm also going to try and do a 3.5 or 5k run, maybe when it's a bit cooler and the sun's gone down. If I could go to bed fairly early tonight, I'll be happy. But yeah, the time right now is actually, it's later than I thought. It's currently 10 to 4. So yeah, I have a feeling that early night might not be happening, but depends if I go for that run or not. But let's wait and see. And hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow morning when I'm getting ready to go to the markets. Wait, I didn't even mention, just as I was about to sign off, I got the most surprising call this morning. It was from my manager and they're offering me a higher up position at my workplace. I've only worked there for just under 2 months and I'm really proud of myself for crafting and getting that opportunity. It came as a bit of a surprise this early on. I didn't think it would happen this early, and I know it's no like career when I've come from a career-based job, but this is my first milestone I've hit, like in employment in Australia. So I definitely want to take it easy today and do something tomorrow for myself to congratulate myself for getting that. I think it's a really awesome opportunity. I get a pay rise, I'll have more consistent hours and consistent working schedules also, so it means I can plan out my YouTube a bit more thoroughly as well and have a bit more of a routine of when I see Jake and bits also. So yeah, it's all really positive change. It's funny how in my last vlog I was just talking about having a few struggles with employment and also trying to find a more career-based job I'm struggling with, but I think this goes to show that the universe has a funny way of working things out. But I've taken on some of the advice some of you have left in the comments, and I'm going to see if I can get signed up with a few agencies as a creative freelancer or a contractor and see if I can do that part-time, because that's what I'd love to do. If at some point next year, if I could even manage to do YouTube part-time alongside like a creative business, that would be the dream, having a mixture of 2 jobs to do. But yeah, I'm rambling. Let's crack on with the rest of today. Good morning, friends. How are we doing? I somehow have gotten up at 8 o'clock. I was meant to be up at 6:30 this morning, and somehow I slept through both of my alarms solidly until like 8 o'clock. So
This day isn't going as anticipated. However, I just took a deep breath when I woke up and just looked at when my bus will next be. So we're going to be there later. The day's starting later than anticipated, but I'm evidently must have just needed the sleep. I've just made myself a coffee and a bowl of yogurt. I'm loving the ritual of making a coffee in the morning. Sometimes I get really thrown off by plans and routines and mornings changing, especially when I've planned out the day before. And I'm really proud of myself today for taking a step back, taking a deep breath, and just juggling my day to push everything back and realising everything's still manageable. But I am a little bit concerned. This is the second time this has happened this week that I've just slept through an alarm. And I've been getting an unusual amount of sleep. Like, it's good to get loads of sleep. It's so good for your body. Maybe it's because I'm training and I need a little bit more time to rest. However, I'm finding that I'm sometimes sleeping 9 to 9.5 hours, where I used to just get my 8 to 8.5, and I've never slept through alarms before. This is an entirely new thing for me, so I'm wondering whether I maybe should get some bloods done or maybe take an evaluation of what I'm eating. I think it's good that I'm that tired that I need the rest, but I shouldn't be sleeping through alarms, and that's something I don't want to be happening. So yeah, we'll take some research into that. But I'll pop my Aura ring stat up there because I think it's really interesting for anyone who's looking at Aura and maybe Ultra Human. Spoiler for a few videos time. I'm just gonna have my breakfast in bed, catch up on my to-do list on my laptop, and then we'll jump in the shower, get ready to go out and get moving for the day.
Welcome to Isabel's doing her makeup on the floor in front of her big mirror. I love this makeup bag I got from Merit recently. It's so cute, isn't it? I always thought this would be like a good little random evening bag too. You could almost hold it like this, but I digress. So, a little bit of an update for you. I caught Charlie, my new housemate, as I was grabbing some stuff from the living room before getting ready, and he was about to pop down to the beach, so I invited him to come to these markets as he's actually never been to them. He's lived here for almost, I want to say maybe 3 weeks to a month now, and he's not been, so I thought, why not invite him along? So he's coming, and even better is that there's free buses in Queensland on the weekend, so it doesn't even cost him anything to go. I mean, the journey's a bit slow in comparison to taking a car, but it will be nice to have some company. So yeah, it will be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. I want to feel pretty today, you know? I have those days where you're just like, oh, I want to feel good about myself today. And that's one of these days. I think getting up a little bit later was not the best start. Maybe putting on some makeup, putting on a nice outfit, and just conquering the day once we get out the door is what I kind of need. So this is why we're here. And yeah, I've got a headband in whilst I'm doing this. I will refresh my hair. I might keep the headband in, you know, it's kind of fun, but I'm very self-conscious about my forehead. I do think I have a big forehead. Comment section, don't come for me and confirm my fear if you do believe the same thing. But yeah, that's why I often have my hair down to kind of cover that a little bit. I would never get bangs having curly hair, but yeah, everyone has their insecurities. That's just one of mine. My forehead and my double chin. Thank you, Dow Family Genes, for the double chin when we don't need the double chin. I've also finally started using blush, and it's been a long time coming. I have, is it Rosetta? Is that what it's called? Where your skin's naturally pinky undertones anyway, so I've always veered away from blush. However, I'm actually really enjoying using it. I think it's really nice. It adds a bit more depth and colour to my makeup, and yeah, just rolling with it now. I've gotten quite happy at using it. It does make quite a difference side to side, I feel like. I'm really excited to do this Christmas shopping. To be honest, it's quite difficult this time of year being away from my family. I've never had a Christmas alone, and I've never really had to do anything like this where I've been that far away from my family before. It's going to be a weird time period, to say the least, but I'm trying to make the most of it. I can't really afford the gifts I would love to give my family as well this year. I normally spend a bit more on Christmas. I love gift giving. It's one of my favourite things to do, one of my favourite love languages, but I'm really struggling, not financially this year, but I'm in nowhere near as much of a high-paying job as I was back at home, and it's been a bit of an adjustment period. I'm still loving life. It's still really fun. I'm very grateful to own all the things I do and don't really feel the desire to be buying anything super new. Of course, there's stuff on like my wish lists and things, but that's not like bringing me down or making me sad, which I think is a really healthy and good thing. Yeah, it's just a bit different. I don't know really how I'm adapting and overcoming all those emotions, but we're working through them as they come. It's only the start of December. Right, let's put on some mascara, and then what's the time? We've got 2 minutes. Let's pull this mascara and get out of the walk. Let's get some shopping done. To show you all. Apologies for the drop in camera quality. Someone didn't bring their spare batteries out with them, and that person is me. So we're back on the camera again. Obviously just got home and I couldn't wait to show you guys what I've managed to get. I haven't gotten gifts for my mum, Lottie or Jake yet, but everyone else is sorted in my life, so I have to start with this. This is the thing I was most looking forward to getting. There's this really beautiful couple that make these hand-pressed, fully 100% silk scarves, all found with leaves and flowers around the Queensland region, and they make them into these beautiful scarves and dresses. And so I've gotten each my grandma and my nana a scarf each. You can see blowing in the wind here. They're genuinely so adorable. They're so cute. They do dresses, like slip dresses made from these, and little tank tops, and I'd love to get one. Silk is such a little luxury to have. If you own anything of silk, you know. Grandma was a florist back in the days, and this is the one I got for her. She loves a little bit of purple. They're really beautiful, right? How gorgeous they are. But yeah, having such a nice little gift for them each, and they were very reasonably priced, and the guy who runs it is just an absolute angel. So thank you for helping me pick out the ones that I probably would like most or was trying to find. I'm sure they're both going to love these. I call it Jake's mug, but I've got my dad and my granddad some Australian handmade mugs for Christmas. They both drink a lot of coffee like I do, so it seemed like an appropriate gift. So I got this one for my dad. It's very similar to the one I have in the kitchen. I've kept with the red earthy tones because this does really remind me of the outback in Australia, or traditional Australia. They did have some like dark blue or some teal coloured ones, however I thought these are the most appropriate for the Aussie kind of theming I'm going for this Christmas. And normally I do really love to support people at Christmas, however this Christmas I'm going more low budget, supporting local businesses and sending over an Australian themed parcel. I do prefer mugs without handles, however I know they both would prefer handles, so I got this one for my granddad. How cute is this one? My sister's boyfriend Matthew, he's been in the family for quite a few years. I got him, I didn't really know what to get him, but originally I was going to go down to Noosa Vibe House and grab some merch from there, but then I saw this at the market and I couldn't resist it. It's a beautiful grey kind of khaki colour, and it's all the surf spots along the sunny coast. How cool are these? It was so cool that Charlie even got one in white with like a block yellow print background, so I think Matthew's going to really like that. It's just something small that again, locally made. Won't be able to get this kind of anywhere else, and be quite unique for them to wear. And then lastly, I didn't really know what to get Elodie for Christmas. My sister Elodie is an absolute angel, such a sweetheart. She's just released her first little book series. I put her out here, and if you're into manga and comic art, you definitely should go have a look. And it's a very uniquely drawn comic, and her characters and story is very individualistic, all set in Bath where I used to live, so that's really cool. And with that being the theming, originally I was going to get her some like Australian made not craft supplies, but drawing bits and bobs. However, when I came across this, I thought this is the perfect little keepsake gift for her that she'll use all the time. So when she's not drawing like a maniac on her Wacom, she's always reading. She works in a library part-time. And I found these little elasticated bead book cover markings. I don't know if I can show you. So basically, you put this on the page we're using, and then this goes around the side of the book or on the front of the book. And yeah, I got stuck with the original tones that those mugs were kind of in. And it's even got like a little koala attached to the side. How cute is that? And I just thought every time she reads or she needs a new bookmark, at least she has something decorative and something a little bit Australian. So I hope she really likes this. This was a bit of a, I'm not too sure if she'll enjoy that kind of present, but I feel like it's maybe the right shout. I'm very personal when it comes to gift giving. I really like to make people happy, and yeah, I get a bit nervy sometimes when I don't feel like I've picked the right thing. So that's what I have so far. And then I'm hoping to go down to Hastings Street to have a little peruse and see whether I can pick up some bits for my mum and sister. All right, let's go to the beach. Let's go get away. Babe, why can't you get a second? Wait. Let's go to the beach. It's better when I'm in the shade. Let me tilt you down slightly. Sorry, this won't be the most flattering angle because I'm trying to shield you from the sun. However, welcome to Doggy Beach. I was having a conversation with Charlie today when we were on our way back on the bus, saying it's always sunny when I'm working, and on my days off it's normally really cloudy or rainy, and it's very rare I get a sunny day like this with such high UV levels. So I thought, you know what? Why not come down to the beach for once? I would have stayed inside and edited for a few hours, and I do really need to do that considering I got up later than I anticipated today. However, I thought we've come down here to do some shopping anyways. We've done that. I've even got some wrapping paper which I saw in the store a while ago and was like, I have to get this. So gonna crack on with some wrapping tonight as well, I think. And yeah, it's just so cute and Australian themed. I love it. Yeah, I think because it's pretty warm already, I'm going to lie here for the next 10-20 minutes, and then I'm gonna have a little dip in the sea. I think it's really nice down here on Doggy Beach because basically there isn't a current here. It's basically almost the mouth of the river, so the sandbanks around here kind of protect the water, so it's very peaceful to swim in. So I'm really looking forward to that. Go home. So I just got back from Doggy Beach, had a quick shower, like didn't wash my hair or anything, just to get the salt water off and tidy away, and I thought I'd sit and do a little bit of paint by numbers. Jake and I started this on a date night and we just haven't got back round to finishing it yet, so I was in the mood to do something creative that wasn't video editing. This might be slight procrastination, but I thought I would sit and paint for a little while and catch up with you all. I think I've realised when I was on that beach, I really never take enough time to rest. I have always been such a gotta be productive, gotta be doing something, and I love that part about myself that's very passionate, very driven. That's who I am. However, I do find it extremely hard to switch off and actually enjoy things sometimes without worrying about everything else. And I know it's just an anxious person thing. However, I think lying on the beach and having some downtime only just made me realise how often I really don't take the time to do that at the moment, and I definitely want to incorporate it in more. One of the things I really love about Jake is that he really gets me to rest. He is one of the only people I've ever met in my life that I actually can chill out with, and he makes me not feel guilty. having downtime. And so I very much treat my time with Jake a lot of the time as my off-camera time, my time to unwind and relax a little. Obviously, I'm still socialising with him. But I really would like to start incorporating some more restful habits for my day-to-day life, as it has gotten busier than I anticipated. I've always been a busy person. However, I think working 30 hours a week on top of doing 2 YouTube videos, that's the aspiration, a week, is actually a tremendous amount to be doing, as well as all the other stuff I'm doing outside of those 2 parts. Obviously, I don't document me working, but that does eat up a lot of my day-to-day life, going to work. And because it's constantly social, I find that I am quite drained after. So, you know, picking up the camera, I love it. It's like therapy to me, and I love creating. I think sometimes it can start to feel a little bit like a chore, and I never want it to feel like a chore. Either way, life has been a lot recently, and I am coming out the other side of it. It's been good to have a break from socialising. All of my friends have been so supportive and understanding about me taking a little bit of a step back, and I've really enjoyed just having my one-to-one time with Jake the past 2-ish weeks, but I still think I might need a little bit longer. But I want to start actually scheduling it into my to-do list downtime each day, like downtime where I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm counting that as me being productive, as me having some rest. I think I said this earlier in this video. I'm going to take on the advice someone left in my comments about me maybe looking for contracting work. I do think it could be a bit more fulfilling. However, I'm totally content with the position I'm in right now. It's giving me more time to think about my creativity and where I want to be and what I want to be doing. And yeah, I've definitely found it's a lot better for my mind than my other job. So I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Anyways, this has been 7 minutes almost of me rambling about myself, so I'm going to carry on painting and catch you all a little bit later.